Okay, now we're actually live.
We're rolling now?
We're live in 5,
4,
back to you.
2. I know you feel.
We already did this. You gotta think of something new now.
Who else be counting down from 5?
I guess porn directors. Gotta get the right shot in. Can't miss.
Like, you know how people weren't looking at you and they're like, are you decent? They'll be like, are you decent? Okay. The directors, they'd be like, are you naked yet? You naked? Okay, I'm filming now.
Yeah, we gotta get the behind the scenes.
They'd be like, yeah. Good, we're gonna start filming now.
It's for the porn addicts that need to know what happened before the scene.
Are you done picking your nose yet?
Afterwards.
Actually, we're gonna leave that in. We're gonna leave that in the shot.
Yeah, and it's like shot in 4K.
Nose
right?
picking fetish. We're gonna starting it up.
Shot in 4K. That
Yeah.
extra high resolution.
They're gonna be like nose picker POV. That's don't make millions. On the dark webs.
Why are you giving these people ideas?
Hey, gotta let them know. Sometimes they might want to change something in their lives, you know, because it's the new year. You know, new year, new me. So
I was gonna say, better yet, why are you dressed up?
I came from work. Like I'm a businessman.
That's what you're saying, right? New year, new you.
Yeah. Now,
Every pod you're gonna come in dressed up.
not everyone, but if it's during business hours, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like 9 o'clock and
'Cause I do
Arthur's still on the
stock
clock.
Stock market trades. You know how you stay rich? You know how you get rich and stay rich? Never stop working. So I'm always working.
Yeah, you ever heard the saying, "Clothes that are worn will never be sworn"?
What does that mean? You don't know what that means.
I just made that up.
Pretty sure you said it wrong. Whatever you were trying to say. So no,
Somebody probably understands it.
it's not gonna work. Oh, I was actually telling you about good movies, right? So stuff you should be watching instead, right?
Oh, as an adult or just in general?
In general. So it's on, what is it on right now? Amazon. So it's free on Amazon. The Sound of Music.
Okay, how about this?
Wait, no, The Sound of Freedom. That's what it's called.
How about this? Let's intro,
New movie.
and then we'll cut into the new movie, all right?
Okay.
So yeah, welcome back to QME podcast. Welcome back to the new year. 2024. We're shooting this in January.
Calendar change.
Calendar change. Arthur changed. I'm the same.
But it's okay.
It's okay.
As long as you're trying to be better, you know?
I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, slow.
Maybe 2025 is my year.
Yeah, you get another year break.
Yeah, 2024 is ruined for me. So I have
you got
to,
the excuses?
I have
It already
excuses.
snowed yesterday, so it's like,
Yeah.
it kind of already ruined this year. This year's already a throwaway year.
Yeah, like, how I said I was supposed to get married with wife and kids? Yeah, that's not going to happen.
There's no good women in 2024. Gotta wait till next year.
Gotta wait till next year.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, without further ado, I guess we're going to hit that intro music.
Yeah,
So yeah, this is, did I say the episode already?
probably not. Say it again.
This is episode 16 of the QME podcast. This is your host, Mo.
Artie.
Without further ado, I'm about to hit that intro music, so stay tuned for more.
So yeah, this movie that was in theaters for a little bit. It was select theaters, but it's on. I think it's on Prime now for free. But it's called The Sound of Freedom. Now, topic is a little crazy, but it's good. It's good though. It's a solid movie.
I heard Michael Scott did a good job.
Movie was it was good. I ain't gonna lie. Movie was kind of good.
I wanted to watch it. I've been holding off on it, but is it good?
Yeah. Like, for a movie that I didn't go see in
Bryan
the theater,
Cranston killed it?
he's not in it.
I thought he was.
In that movie?
Yeah. And I thought Morpheus was also in it.
You don't know who's in it. Those people are not in it.
Oh. I must be thinking of a different movie.
I don't know what you're thinking about.
Probably something else.
But this is a good movie, though. Like, out of this year, well, the year just started. So that's not really, like, fair. But probably in the last 6 months, probably, like, I'd say, like, a top 5 movie past 6 months I watched. Pretty good. Pretty good. It was kind of hidden.
Arthur knows that my judgment factor when it comes to movies now is, like, if I don't sleep.
Yeah. Like, Mo got, like, some weird, like, thing where he be falling asleep during movies because it'd be too long. Like, his attention span, like, sometimes he be getting tired, you know? Like,
I just don't give a shit.
yeah. It's just like a kid. Like, sometimes a kid be watching Frozen and they fall asleep. Not because they don't like Frozen, but just because it's too much. You know what I mean? Too much at once. They be getting tired. So I feel like that's what be happening to you now. If a movie 3 hours, it's over. You might last an hour and a half, but after that, you're going to be sleeping.
Bro, I was excited to see Wonka, and then once I saw how garbage it was, I was like, all right, time to take a nap.
You said you were doing that for like 40 minutes. I was like, damn.
At least it wasn't like Oppenheimer.
That boy's sleeping. I said, God damn. You know when you sleeping and your mouth open? I said, damn. He really, he home sleeping, you know?
Yo, listen, I slept through Oppenheimer, but guess what? They won a fucking Golden Globe.
Yeah, for film of the year.
For film of the year. And Cillian Murphy.
But it was a great movie because you got some of the best sleep of your life. So the movie was actually great. It's good for sleeping.
Yeah, it was very informative. And, like, you know, like movies that have information make me go to sleep.
Yeah. The thing is like movies like that, when movies like that win movie of the year, like I do think a lot of it went in that was good. But it's like, I feel like some of those movies that win movie of the year, I wouldn't watch Oppenheimer again, ever. Like, it's not a movie, and I would say, like, yeah, people should watch it, but I wouldn't necessarily
Well, I mean,
try to get people to watch it.
Christopher Nolan has had some pretty good movies that you've probably rewatched.
Yeah, there's some, but like that one, I wouldn't rewatch Oppenheimer. And if somebody else was watching it, I was not watching it.
Besides Batman, which one would you rewatch?
I don't know all of his movies, like off the top of my head.
Inception? Memento?
I haven't seen that.
Dunkirk?
I don't think I've seen that either.
Yeah, Oppenheimer.
No. I've already done my time. I've done my 3 hours. I don't want to do another 3 hours. To see Josh Peck have no lines and Will Stronghold have. No, he actually had some good lines. Yeah, he got his he showed he still has some acting chops.
Like, he showed that he wasn't a dog tier actor.
Yeah. He showed the world that he wasn't just Will Stronghold. He wasn't just the son of the strongest guy at Sky High. He showed that he was really an actor.
That wasn't him in Sky High.
No, he showed that he has range, you know? He could blow up bombs and he could be a superhero. It's called range.
Just like Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage is a D- actor. I want to say F, but the only reason why I don't want to say F is because he gets so many movies, so there has to be people who like him. But he's D-. He's probably been in 80 movies, and 70 of them are some of the worst movies you could ever watch.
Like I said, I like James Franco as an actor.
Yeah.
And he has range.
Dave Franco not really. Like, he has a couple here and there, but his brother, not really.
Dave is a really good supporting actor, but like not a main actor.
It's hit or miss. Sometimes he's not good. James is way better. But it's hard, man. Some of these things are hard to watch. It's not as easy as
Especially if you're a fallen actor.
But no, fallen. But Nicolas Cage, it's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why he gets cast so much.
No, but you know what's been starting to become popular? Like when
But that's the thing too, is that I feel like if you're an actor, that's why actors and actresses, that's why they're selective with roles that they take. Like, you can't just take every role because there's true. There are certain stupid ass roles they're gonna offer you.
no, like I said, you know, it's like starting to become popular. Like actors that are not in movies as much anymore, but then like when they show up like 20, 30 years later, they're like, oh my god, they're phenomenal.
No, but it's because they're selective too. Like it doesn't matter what actor you are. If you were,
All right, Adam Sandler has range.
but he's been getting better recently. But all his older movies that he used to do everything for.
No,
was
because he
bad.
liked just doing dumb shit. Like he just liked the dumb movies.
But it doesn't matter. That hurts your brand because all those movies, like, you know how stupid that movie Jack and Jill was.
Bro, that's why
where he played.
That's why Jim Carrey retired.
Bro, you know how stupid Jack and Jill was. That movie was. That was one of the dumbest things you could make.
Wasn't that with Jim Carrey?
No, that's where Adam Sandler plays himself and his sister, like a twin sister.
Oh.
That was one of the stupidest movies I ever. Like he had like some of them were okay funny movies, but some of them were just retarded stupid movies that weren't even.
All right, how does it compare to Norbit?
Norbit is also stupid, but it's like it's funny the first time some of it, but like rewatching, if you try to rewatch anything, too stupid to watch.
Eddie Murphy, really bad.
You really see how playing 6 people in something isn't good. You shouldn't be playing 6 people. But Eddie Murphy too, he has a lot of garbage. But like that's why you have to be selective with the roles you take. It doesn't matter who you are. Like there's a reason why you only see Denzel in a good movie. If Denzel takes a movie playing a clown, like it's gonna ruin his brand too. So it's like a lot of those movies, like when you're an actor, people are paying to see you specifically. It's not like you pay for Netflix, you could see any movie. When you go to a theater, you went just to see this movie. So if the movie sucks and the actor sucks or the film is just shitty, it reflects poorly on both. You're going to think the actor sucks too.
Do you think anybody's acting has improved compared to now?
What do you mean from like younger to older
Yeah.
people? Robert De Niro?
No, I feel like he's always been solid.
But is climbing. You could make the case. Well, no, because he started since what? Was it called Taxi Cab? The first one?
Yeah.
Now he definitely improved at a certain point, and then when he hit his plateau, it stayed there.
He was good in The Bronx Tale.
But it's up, and then he reached the top. He's at the pinnacle. I feel like he might.
No.
solid
I feel
actor.
like Sylvester Stallone is on the rise.
Outside of the Rocky movies, that's not range for. Bro, as soon as you take out Rocky movies, who is Sylvester Stallone without Rocky movies? Without one line of movies? Nah, bro, that boy don't got range. He has his own movies, and that was more so he's good at writing the movies. But he's never been anybody except Rocky.
No, what about the military? I fucking forgot his name.
Rambo?
Rambo.
Bro, nobody give a fuck about Rambo.
Yeah, a lot of people give a fuck.
Let's be
about
honest, ain't nobody give a fuck about Rambo.
All right, what about
That shit not good.
what about that mountain movie when he was in?
Which one?
I don't remember the name.
No, and nobody
Where is
care
it?
about that.
I think it was like a rock climber, like
Expendables. Nobody care about that. Those movies kind of suck to me.
okay, but still, like
He ain't got no range, bro. If you take Rocky out, which is like 10 movies, that's him.
the new show that he's in, he's pretty good.
Robert De Niro's, isn't it just a show about his life or no?
I don't think so.
I'm not sure, but no, I think you're mixing them up. It's not Sylvester. I know Arnold Schwarzenegger has a. I think you're talking about his show, and I haven't seen it, but
Or I think he has a movie.
Yeah.
It's one of the two.
no,
yeah.
but that's about his life. That's not a show. Like it's like a movie about his life or something, or episodes. I forgot what it was, but that I wouldn't say. Like Robert De Niro, like he probably been in like 60 movies, and I never seen Robert De Niro miss. I haven't seen him miss since he was like 20. I never seen him miss. And he's in a lot of stuff. It's not people who every 5 years.
So you like them in Meet the Focker?
Those are the only Sully on his record is that whole series. I give him one pass. All those movies are just stupid. I don't like any of those. Meet the Fockers, Meet the Parents.
All right, what about Bad Grandpa with Zac Efron?
I mean, I didn't watch that, but I knew that movie sucked.
That movie's actually not bad.
But
It's decent.
But like, yeah, outside of that's the only thing like complete shitty is all those Meet the Fokker movies. But I can't even blame him. Now he shouldn't have he took those roles, but those were just stupid movies. Like it's Steve Carell, right? No, not Steve Carell. Who is that? Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller is like, he's an all right actor, but those are shitty. Those are terrible movies. There's nothing anybody could have done to make the movie just suck. You know what I mean? So it's like at a certain point, I'll give him one pass. But if you are Eddie Murphy and you decide to be in 60 shitty movies, it reflects on you too, because you're choosing to be in 60 shitty movies. That's why as the actor, you should read the script too. Once you get established enough. Now, I do understand that as actors, like, you might not care. Like, a guy's paying you $20 million to do a movie. You don't care if the movie sucks. Who cares? And I agree with him. But it's going to hurt your brand. You know what I mean? If you're a singer or an artist, you know, if somebody pays you $30 million to sing on their track and they're to do a feature with them and they suck, it's going to hurt your brand. Because he's going to ruin the song and then you made a terrible song because you're part of it too. So people do that, but it's going to hurt your catalog, is going to hurt your brand because you're attached to it. As soon as you're attached to 10 movies that have 30% on Rotten Tomatoes, like, you're part of that. You can't be like, nah, it's not my fault. It's the director, it's the writer. I mean, you took 10 movies like that you knew were shitty. So you're a bad actor then. It's going to reflect on you.
I'm going to also say Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, I like him, but he's a solid actor, but I don't know if it's some of the roles too. He always does do good, but I like him more as like a second, third, fourth. You know what I mean?
Actually, I'm gonna say Jonah Hill. He's slowly starting to like I'm starting to actually kind of like
that high class. He has been improving throughout the time.
Actually, yeah.
Going from super bad to the things he does now is a lot of improvement that he's done. And I'll still say his best movies. I still think the 21 Jump Street ones were his best movies.
This is the end.
But that
was more of like a Seth Rogen, James Franco. Yeah.
So no, I wouldn't say. I'm not giving that to him.
I would say War Dogs.
I still haven't seen that full movie.
You should. It's actually really good.
But like, yeah, he's shown some range, you know. So that's.
He was also in the baseball movie with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, like Moneyball. I didn't.
Moneyball, yeah.
But.
Wolf of Wall Street.
But there's good enough. I mean, yeah, he has some good stuff in there. He has a good mix of movies, and he's shown where he's in some comedies. He's in some serious stuff. He's in enough that you're like, oh, he's pretty good.
Speaking about movies, an up-and-coming movie I'm excited about is Kung Fu Panda 4. Excited for Jack Black to make a return to the screen.
I see you're waiting for.
Yeah.
And
I'm not gonna fall asleep for that.
And then that's Shapeshifter. At least they're gonna bring back all the old villains because they're gonna be shape-shifting into them.
Yeah. So
what's the lion's name? Tai Long or whatever?
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that. That best villain.
Yeah, I think it's Thailand.
Yeah, that hits. That'd be going kind of crazy.
The Rhino was kind of
the dude who was against Shifu, whoever that was, like the peacock. Nah.
Oh, that was ass.
No.
That was garbage.
So it's like, yeah, the first one had everything, bro. It was going crazy. So that's why it's like kind of have to see with that. But there are good things happening. Like, this is going to be a way better year for movies. It's going to be a good amount. Because the strike's over now. You know, we're still going to get a decent amount of good movies.
Oh, I'm also very excited for Deadpool 3.
And the Joker 2.
I'm excited for Joaquin to make a debut on the screen again.
He better be Joker in the movie, or I'm going to be upset.
You have to understand he inspired the Joker, but he is the original Joker. Okay? He is not Joker, the one that we currently all know.
No, but he better actually like turn into Joker.
Okay.
And be.
He's just a mentally deranged human.
But this one
that thinks he's a clown.
This is the second one.
And it's acceptable to kill people.
He better be the Joker in this one, and better be killing multiple people.
Listen, Lady Gaga better give a solid performance like she did in American Horror Story, or else I'm going to be upset.
I don't fuck with her, but if she ruins this, I'm coming. She's going to have to hear from my lawyers.
And you might know the location that it shot in because it was shot in Belleville, New Jersey.
For what?
for Joker 2.
Oh, they said that already?
Yeah, like I drove past it like when they were like filming, and like I saw like the whole crew and shit.
When was this?
It's just like months ago, maybe like.
You saw something online, or what made you realize that it was for that?
I was just driving past one day, and then like I read online, and then like I saw the building, and I was like, oh shit, this is like not far from me.
Oh, it said that it was there? Like you
Yeah.
searched online and it says it's in Belleville?
Yeah. Used to be an insane asylum, now it's like luxury apartments.
And you said that's where they filmed it?
Actually, fun fact, it almost went. The building was like on fire. Well, okay. It's an abandoned building. Me and a group of guys that I used to hang out with, we went inside the building. When we went upstairs to like the second or third floor, we saw one of the rooms was like on fucking fire. We all ran out of the building. We had two options: either let the building burn or call the cops. What did we do?
You ran.
We ran, but we called the police. So the firefighters came, and then they were like, yeah, you guys don't go anywhere because you probably set the fire. It's like, bro, why the fuck would we set a fire? And they're like, oh, because arsonists, they just like to watch their own creation burn.
It's like, you're going to jail for the rest of your life.
And I'm like, I'm like 13. Please, please let me go.
No, you're going to get a record.
They're like, you smell like smoke. Yeah, of course we smell like smoke because we were inside when we saw the fire.
They're like,
so long story short, I'm just saying, if we did not stop that fire, that building would not be there, and Joker 2 probably would have not been filmed there. All thanks to me.
Because you guys burned down the building?
Because we saved the building from being burnt.
Like, we set a fire, but we also put out the fire.
We did not set the fire. Do not say we set the fire.
What were you guys trying to
like, you know the song Fire Burning?
perform devil spells?
Yeah, no.
Were you guys Zionists?
You know the song Fire Burning?
That's how it's
Fire burning on the dance floor. Whoa.
Oh, Sean Kingston?
Yeah.
Birthday cake. That's what happened.
Like, we were vibing to that, and then we were just like, that's when the building started like catching.
You guys were playing with a lighter, and
Some oil.
yeah,
some lighter fluid.
yeah. And then after you guys were like, "Whoa, we got to get out of here,"
Whoa, we're gonna burn to death.
and you guys were trying to raise the devil from hell. You guys watched Supernatural, and you were trying to
There was dead animals in the building, by the way.
well, yeah, you know how in Supernatural to be doing that type of shit, circle of fire, locking the demons and shit. You're watching too much Supernatural. That's what happens. You be putting circles of salt.
But you don't want to believe that I stopped the fire from happening.
But you guys snuck into an abandoned building. So technically,
I was trespassing.
you were trespassing, and you go to jail anyway. You know, it's funny. It's like you stopped a fire, but you were trespassing, so they still charge you. They're like, yeah, you're still a criminal.
Bro, I'm telling you, if we were not there, that building would have caught like a huge fire.
They're like, doesn't matter. Why were you there? You were trespassing. You're going to jail. They're like, depends who you get. Like, they could really screw you anyway. It depends who sees you.
It was the fire department.
Because they'll be like, do you guys live here? So why were you guys in there? They could have screwed you anyway. It depends who you get.
They told us to call our parents to pick us up.
They're like, I just wanted to let you know that your son's going to jail. I wanted to tell you to your face, I'm going to arrest your son.
Actually, I did visit jail once.
He'll never see the day of light. You visited jail just to let everyone in there know you're free? What's it like being in there? I'm free. What do you guys eat? I eat whatever I want, but how would you guys be eating?
Like, you know the Scared Straight program? Yeah, that's the type of shit I was on.
They said you weren't behaving? They
No,
gave you some bullshit?
It was over some bullshit.
They were like, yeah. He yelled at me one time.
Nah,
so-
like a cop was like, yeah, your son is an idiot, so we're going to send him here.
And they were like, who do you think you are? You know what we do in jail? We kill people like you.
Yeah, we rape people like you.
And then we kill them and rape them again. So, do you want to go in here? And you're like, no. So do what your parents say. Or you're going to be in here with us, and we're going to take turns raping and beating you for the rest of your life.
Don't drop the soap, son.
And then after they yell in your face, right up to your face, bring him over here. Put him in my cell. And then you were like, okay, I'll behave. Mom, I'm sorry. And then after you behaved for the next 3 years and then started doing more bullshit.
Yeah, that's when I turned my life around, and now look at the type of man I am.
Then you flipped it back around.
Then I'm just slowly falling back into place.
But that's how it is, you know? Takes to earn your wings, you know?
Yeah.
So it's okay. You know, people go through things. Some people fall and hit their head 50 times before they learn not to do it anymore, you know?
So, yeah.
Trial through fire, as they call it.
Let's take a break before I cry myself to sleep right now.
Before we talk about your troubled past.
And our future.
Not my future.
Definitely Arthur's future.
I've never done anything wrong.
Lies.
I'm accused. Falsely accused.
Lies. All right. Well, we'll definitely catch you guys in the second half of the pod. So, yeah, don't forget to like, follow, sub to the channel. You got anything else to say before we jump back?
So, Jonathan Majors is fired. And I just want to say, I don't care who they replace Kang with, because Kang is a shitty character anyway. Changes nothing.
And welcome back to the podcast.
Okay.
Are you done adjusting yourself?
Yeah.
Because the audio listeners are having a real blast.
I'm decent now.
You're decent?
Yeah. All right. So are we picking up on how Kang is terrible? I hated how people were like, yo, Jonathan Majors, he might not be in Marvel anymore. He might be... Bro, I'm not going to lie to you. If your favorite character or your top favorite characters, top 5 is Kang, you shouldn't have an opinion.
I don't feel like he's a good actor, to be honest with you.
It's the thing. I don't want to... He's not a bad actor, but I'm never seeing a movie because of Jonathan Majors. Never.
I'm surprised a lot of people went to go see him because it was him.
And people don't know him that well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people just knew him from Creed 3 and they were like, oh my God, he's good.
And then this. And the last Adam movie was the worst Marvel movie of all times. So,
Yeah, Quantumania, yeah. Yeah, it was dog.
So I don't even know. So what is he good for? The Creed 3 and then the first Ant-Man. Well, the one before the last one. What was that? The second one?
Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah. So that he's only known for those 2 things.
Who?
Jonathan Majors.
No, the one that he was in was Quantumania.
No, but wasn't he in another one also?
And then, I don't think so.
I thought Kang showed up before that.
They might have hyped him up beforehand, like how they did with Thanos.
Oh, but yeah, he's literally known for being Kang in the worst Marvel movie all time. Possibly just one. So what is, like, you know what I mean? What are y'all hyped about like that? And this is the thing. It's like that situation. I mean, just like any crime, like you're not there. You don't know 100% like black and white. But clearly, like they showed enough that there's some type of domestic abuse like relationship. But at least with the way it showed it, it made it seem like it's both sides. And in that case, like if both people are committed like domestic abuse, like what are you supposed to do then? It seems like they both did the same thing. So, but you made the case too. The other person's not a famous actor, so it's not gonna hurt her. She's a nobody. Like nobody knows who she was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's the difference between what he did and what Ezra did?
No, Ezra did like a million things. They gave Ezra like 80 chances. Ezra keep punching old people and and fighting. Like he was doing crazy stuff and drunk driving and doing like. It's actually like he got like 80 chances.
That sounds like he's living his life, bro.
And still, they still put out the movie anyway and hyped him up. But at the end of the day, even after all the stuff he did, the movie sucked. The movie was actually garbage in every single way.
It sounds like it was a lot of hype.
So he never got that opportunity. He never got 80 chances like Ezra did. How Ezra punched old ladies and he was still chilling. And drunk driving and doing this and yelling.
Yeah,
on
and then
video.
Jonathan Majors does it once and then it's like
Yep,
it's over.
It's over. He can't do anything ever again, possibly. So, but I mean, some people might be missing stuff. It's nothing against if people like Jonathan.
Honestly, you can't say that because they gave OJ a chance and then OJ is like fine now, so they might.
No, he did spend what, 20 years in jail?
No, I think he avoided jail.
No, he was in jail for the last thing he did. But I think it was 20 years. It was like 20 years in jail. So it's like, now the case is like he was supposed to be there longer because the thing he actually went to jail for wasn't the main thing. He went to jail for something else. But still he was in jail like 20 years. And now they're leaving him alone. But no, he did like, there's stuff that happened to him. So, but it was a serious thing too. Like all of OJ's things were serious. They weren't like, oh man, like he stole from somebody. It was like, yo, he's a killer. Or like the other one that he did, where it was like holding someone at gunpoint. Like that was, he's doing a lot of crazy. He did too much crazy stuff to be like, now he had to go to jail. And now like the thing is when you're 80, like 80, 90, like whether he did that stuff before or not, like he doesn't care anymore. Like I don't really know any dangerous 90-year-old men or 90-year-old women in general. Like you're 90, like what, 80, 90. He's not going to do anything now. You know what I mean?
You never know. Serial killers might be like 80, 90 and still be killing.
Nah, bro, them boys tired now, bro. They ain't even got the energy to kill no more. How you gonna strangle anybody if you got to and you 80, 90? You ain't got it. How you gonna run away from anybody and you 90?
Bro, it depends on like what
you 90, you ain't got
demographic you're aiming for.
You ain't got no speed. You ever seen a 90-year-old guy pick up a paper from his front door? That should take him 30 minutes just to pick up the paper and get back up.
With modern medicine, you can do it in like 5 minutes.
Medicine ain't that good yet. It's not. You got to get new legs.
There's something called the Wonder Pill that makes you feel like once you're 90, you can feel like you're 45 again.
No.
With like less back pain.
It's not here. It's not there yet.
It's here.
No.
Yeah.
Not good enough.
It's called steroids.
It needs more work.
You need to just inject.
That doesn't work when you're 90.
Yes,
They'd
it does.
be doing it. They'd be doing it.
Makes your pee stronger.
No, it doesn't. It does the opposite of that. You've been lied to.
So I won't get to live till like 2,000 years?
No, you'll die way before. You'll die at an approximate age of 77.
So what happens when I die? Do I just like wake up in a new chamber?
Well, probably when you're gonna be like, it's gonna be really hot. So it's like, so like if you like the beach, like you might like it over there. If you like deserts, like probably like over 300-degree deserts.
Like eternal flames?
Like, do you like lava? You like an active volcano? Like, have you ever been inside one? It's probably gonna be hot like that.
Maybe worse.
Yeah, maybe like 10 times worse.
Will I be chained?
Possibly, but just it'll be very hot, and it'll never calm down, and you'll never feel comfortable. And you might be a slave. Actually, you'll be chained too. Ball and chain, ball and chain to your foot.
That sounds like my kind of vacation.
Yeah, so you'll get used to it because you'll be there.
And where are you going to be? In a white robe with like wings?
I'll be at like pearly gates or wherever, like something like it'll be a little bit better.
Like with a halo around your head?
Give or take, I might have the halo, I might not. You know what I mean?
If you earn it?
Yeah, it's like kind of depends.
Like depends if you're a good Samaritan?
Sometimes Goku has a halo, sometimes he doesn't. It's like if I feel like it, I might have it, but it doesn't really matter.
Oh, it depends on who's writing your story, right?
Yeah, it depends what they want me to have, but I'll probably be there, be like white and everything. Like I'll be able to wish for whatever I want. Like you know when in American Dad when Stan dies and he gets to like to the pearly gates, and then after he gets to like have whatever he wants.
That's the vibe you're trying to get to.
But his what he actually wants is his family. So he just goes like his imagination is the family again. So yeah, I'll be somewhere good.
You wouldn't wish for human life again?
No. If you could just wish for whatever you wanted, like the way like shows make well, if it was that, if it was
But that's
go
what I'm
to
saying.
heaven,
If you
get
can,
whatever you
yeah,
want.
if you can wish for whatever you want, wouldn't, and if some people wanted to wish for like another life, like would they get that opportunity? I'm wondering.
Maybe, but the thing is like if this is the thing. If I for people who believe in reincarnation and stuff like that, the way I always thought of it was if you did believe in reincarnation, the only way for it to make sense is if my memory was wiped. That's the only way it would make sense. Because there's no way someone could let you die, have all the knowledge, and then come back. That wouldn't make any sense.
No, like you get like from sleeping.
They can't give you memories of being dead. That wouldn't, or like some weird shit of the afterlife. They wouldn't be able to do that. So that's like, to me, that would be the only thing that makes sense. You get reincarnated as a random other, baby or whatever, and then after you're just memory wiped.
Yeah, but then there's something called deja vu.
Nah, that shit gonna be gone. It gotta be wiped, bro. It gotta be like a clean slate. Because other than that, anything else, like if somebody was able to remember afterlife.
So you're telling me they're gonna Men in Black me real quick and then like,
I mean, yeah.
take away my memory?
You don't think that would ruin the world? Or if you were reincarnated, right? But you knew everything about the afterlife, it's gonna ruin your whole
no.
life
They
anyway.
can wipe my memory from the afterlife, but I'm saying like starting a new life, they just keep the old memories and just.
Nah, they gotta wipe it. Clean slate. You can't be a 7-year-old kid, but you remember a life from when you were a 50-year-old man. That wouldn't make sense. You gotta wipe it clean. The only way to not like have crazy things happen or overlap, you gotta have a wiped memory.
Did we just come up with a movie?
Gotta have a wiped memory. Because if your memory's not wiped, you can't be 12 and you're thinking about a family you had in 1960. You can't be Benjamin Button. It don't make sense.
Are you trying to write a movie right now?
Yo, really? Like, maybe. I would write a movie.
So we're gonna go from podcasters to screenplay writers?
You know what's funny is like, that'd be cool though, like to actually try to make a movie. But it's like, I don't even know how much goes into it. And then 2,
There's a lot. I can teach you.
2 is like, oh, you be writing feature films?
Yeah, I'd be writing some short stories.
And that's the thing is like, so 2 things, right?
I might have the next Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so here's the bunch of things that take me, it's like weird. You're writing a movie. Should you write the whole story, the whole plot, and then pitch it that way? Or should you have a whole story, a whole plot, and you should have dialogue, like a whole screenplay, and then present that?
I would say the second one.
So you should have all the dialogue, all the screenplay, and then you present it.
Yeah.
And then how does one go about that? If you're an average guy, you have no connection at all, where do you go to like have a chance of pitching a movie? Where's a good space?
You just need to know somebody that knows somebody.
That's what I'm saying. From scratch, nobody knows. You know what I'm saying?
Lucky for you, I have a buddy that knows a buddy.
That knows a buddy. That knows a buddy. That was an extra on on
Yeah, I got a guy that knows a guy.
yeah. They be like, next Friday, yeah, he's a cousin of the little brother's son who did hair on next Friday.
I have a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy that's friends with another guy that does security for Drake. So technically, I know Drake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like 6 dudes away from Drake, though. From actually knowing him.
Oh, yeah. You know how like Drake was like in a Sprite commercial?
Yeah.
And drinking the Sprite? And he was like a robot and his face was coming out? Like I drank Sprite before. So it was like, we kind of had that connection.
You showed that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You showed that connection with him.
Mm-hmm. So that's kind of like same thing.
Similar concept.
Yeah, you know him. Like y'all be doing the same stuff, right?
Like, you know when Kanye says some crazy stuff and I start doing some crazy stuff?
Oh yeah, y'all be doing the same stuff.
Yeah,
right?
we just do the same stuff.
Yeah, y'all just the same people. Oh, great.
But he's just famous and I'm just mentally ill.
Yeah, it just didn't work out in your case. That's how it works.
They say, Kanye, you need to calm down. But for me, they're like, you need to go to an insane asylum.
Wow. But yeah, that's how I feel. It's like, I would, and plus it's hard to write movies and stuff. But if there was like actual things that I saw, if it was something that could be simpler, like having an idea, a story, and then pitching it, I don't know how to do like, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be good at doing dialogue or like a script and stuff.
So
But-
what would you be good becoming? Like, because you need dialogue in a movie. Because how would shit make sense if you don't have anybody talking?
Nah, not necessarily. Because sometimes you pitch an idea. Sometimes you'll be like, you'll write down a whole, basically the description of a movie before you get it. You'll literally write something like that. Like if you, for example, if you're like, just like Superman or whatever, you might not have all of it, but you might be like, okay, what if there's a guy who's able to swim and like blow fire out of his mouth, whatever.
No, I think that's a different. I think that's something else.
But you
like,
could do pitches for no. You could do the same thing
That's
too. For
yeah, that's a pitch. Yeah,
But
that's
that's
just a
what I
pitch.
mean. Like you could do a pitch without like a whole thing of dialogue because people who are screenwriters, they're gonna get people to fuck with your dialogue anyway.
Fuck you.
You can have something to go with, but like yeah, at the end of the day, if they choose to get it, they're gonna fuck with the story and the dialogue completely anyway. So, I mean, but thinking of an idea, I think that'd be cool. Or if you say something like, oh, this kid who's in high school is like gonna graduate this year. I don't know, like their cousin dies and like the funeral is in Jamaica, so they gotta go to Jamaica. Like some people pitch shit like that. Like they don't do like, not all of them do the crazy shit. I'm just like curious how like they get that around to like people who like how do they figure out people who are gonna help out with that shit?
So I mean, there's like some shit ideas that some people like and they turn it into something better, or there's like some good ideas that people like absolutely ruin. Or you just gotta know like the right movie for the right director.
You don't know that though, because if you're somebody who's never had a movie made, you don't know the right movie.
Or yeah, or you have to work with somebody that is like brand new, but like
But nobody
it's I know
nobody knows that from scratch.
nobody knows that from scratch. But I'm saying it's like you have to. It's like a weird connection.
Like you
just
see
gotta make.
every single other thing in entertainment, like you can do it. Like you can literally just make music on the street and at venues easily. You can do comedy at venues. Anybody can freely do comedy at a lot of areas and music at a lot of areas and talents at a lot of areas. But making movies or shows, like you literally have nothing and are a bum until somebody, most times who already is like established, is like, oh, I like that. I'm going to buy that from you or work with you. It takes so much stuff. Like you can, even a book, you can write a book. If they make a movie out of your book, that's different. But you can write a book yourself. But if your whole idea, just like Rocky, that's why Rocky, you know, Sylvester Stallone was literally a bum on the street for like 20 years because literally until someone who's rich or like an established place says, oh, I like this, I'm going to buy it, you literally have nothing. That's why like you only have your big break. You have the one dude who believed in you. And then that's the thing too, is like after you sell your movie idea, however much they're gonna pay you, like the directors, the producers, the everything, they're gonna take control after it. After the buy, they most likely are gonna buy the.
Well, in the beginning, they just set the price, and then if a movie does succeed, like the agreement, then they're supposed to renegotiate for a better price. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
No, it depends how they do it. But a lot
No,
of people
then
just
that's
buy
how
the
you
rights.
then that's how you get a fucking lawyer,
Well, this is the thing. Like people,
and
act
that's
like
where you
things
bring
are
in like a
easy.
legal
If
department.
you're a person who's trying to write a movie who's never had a movie made, anything in
Oh
entertainment.
no, I'm saying
most of those
you're
people-
willing to do whatever it takes
But
for that
yeah,
movie.
most of those
Yeah.
people don't have any money. Those people gotta literally take what they can take. That's why we see that too. Like, if you don't have movies, like people are like, "Yo, get a lawyer." What? You didn't get a lawyer? Like, no, he didn't get a lawyer. He was 30 and he was homeless. Like, well, what lawyer was he supposed to get? Like, you get a bum deal.
No, you got a public defender.
That happens anything in when it comes to entertainment. Like people be getting bad deals all the time. Like, what do you want this dude who literally didn't graduate high school and is making music? Like, you think he's not gonna know about that stuff. And even if he could get a lawyer, like he has no money. So what a lawyer, you think you can get a good lawyer and you don't have any money yet?
Yes.
You're done.
It's
So
called
it's
called pro bono.
Now, and it's a weird situation because they're like, oh, they want to blame the entertainment industry, and it's true. Like it's their fault too. Like it is true. Like, oh man, you're putting someone in a situation they don't know. But at the end of the day, like if you own a business, like just for example, if you could pay somebody, $1 million to act in a movie for you, or you could pay that same person $50,000, wouldn't you pay them $50,000 instead if you could? Like most people are gonna take like literally the money that you don't pay him, you just pocket it. You just make more money. So people do that. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't really know whose fault it is. It is more so the new person's fault. You know, like if you go into a store and somebody tries to sell you a piece of gum for $10 and you buy it, you're stupid for buying it. But he's not stupid for trying to sell you a $10 piece of gum. Like you're the stupid one in that situation. Did he take advantage of you? He might have lied to you, took advantage of you, but is he stupid? He's not stupid for that.
How? I have a lot of money.
You know what I mean? But yeah, exactly. When you realize that, oh man, that piece of gum actually costs $1. He sold it me for 10. Like, I mean, yeah, that's your fault though. Like he's a businessman. Like the only reason he opened that business most cases is to make money. So if he can get one over on you, that like he's gonna do that. Like pawnbrokers and pawn stars and all those things, they always try to sell people like that's the whole
Pawn
point.
Stars is a ripoff.
That's the whole point of any
Pawn Stars is a fucking
but those
ripoff.
businesses or flea markets or anything, like that's the whole point. Like if somebody's gonna pay you $1 million for something, you're not gonna be like, no, it's not worth $1 million. It's only worth 5,000. Like you're not gonna tell him that. Why would you tell him that? So it's not really fair. Like they be acting like people who are in business and conduct business should always be like straight down the middle, completely fair, never be like it's not really accurate. The business is about maximizing profit, you know?
Maximizing profit.
Maximizing profit, you know? That's why all these big businesses be going to exporting all their labor to China, India, a lot of these different countries because they're like, yo, they be like, I be having some values, but I can literally make it for 1/100th of the price, 1/10th of the price if I go to a different country.
Because it's cheaper, because the factory's already there.
They want to maximize profit.
The only thing that they would have to pay is to get it exported.
If I have to pay,
And people don't have an issue with the exports.
if I have to pay somebody $20 an hour here, if I could go to India and pay someone $5 an hour instead of 20, like in scale, and they look at the numbers and they're like, whoa, I'm actually going to save $100,000 a year or miss a lot of times tens of millions of dollars for these top companies. Are they wrong for doing that? I mean, you could make the case that the law should be different.
Is that what
right?
your business venture is going to be like? Like when you have millions of dollars? You're just going to outsource? You're not going to hire like a local...
It depends how
solid
big it is. Depends how expensive it is.
Because also, I'm just saying from another perspective, if you do have a company that's here in America and you just pay them what they're supposed to be paid, then obviously quality and shit will just be like a lot higher and shit.
But it's more so about value, but the quality isn't always better necessarily. Like things that are in China and the US, like it's not always better quality in the US. It's just ethical. You know what I'm saying? It's more ethical to be here. Like in a lot of those countries, some people are used to working 12, 14-hour days. Should they be doing that? No. But like you're paying them less. They're working more hours. Some of them do work hard. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them work harder than here too. In the US, they're paying them so much more money. They have so many more like laws and rules protecting your workers too. So it's like a lot more to deal with. It's like if you have all your morals in check, it's true. You shouldn't be like, yeah, let me pay this person 50 cents an hour to make this shoe. Like you'd be like, yeah, that's kind of crazy. Like you can't live off that. And then this guy's working 14 hours a day. But like, it's crazy how that money switches. That money changes people, you know? When they're like, yo, you realize like each person who you replace, you're going to save this much money, this much.
So I want you to say some words now, and then I want you to compare it when you're rich, so that when we have a video footage of like what you said before and after, at least we know that you've been lying to yourself the whole time.
Yeah, you know, you got to get your businesses together.
Because I know now you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna be careful with my money, blah 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 blah, and then like 10 years later when you're rich, you have like gold grills, and you're like, yeah, I'm losing money.
Yeah, no.
I have to sell my Lamborghini to make meat's end.
And be like, damn, I should have outsourced all that labor to China. I would have had 10 times the amount of money right now.
Oh, invest in Forex in foreign countries and you'll make millions of dollars.
But that's why it's like, I don't judge, And if it was so bad, they would change the employment laws. You know what I mean? They would tell them that, yo, you can't outsource all this labor to different countries, but they don't tell them that. They let all these companies can outsource to different countries, and it's okay. So, like, they're not doing stuff that's illegal, so they're just doing the best option for them. You know,
They're just cutting costs where they can.
if it costs 15 cents to make a shoe, and I pay someone $5 an hour, like, you know what I mean? It's not that much to make a shoe. Like, each shoe is gonna be cheap. But if it's like 15 cents to make a shoe and you pay someone $20 an hour, like, whoa, like that's way more money now. And then the thing is too, is like a lot of those countries and stuff, like they have unfair labor laws, but those people work crazily. Like they be working crazy hours. Depending on the workers you get here, some people don't even work at all during the whole shift. Like those sweatshops, like they're not a good thing. But
No.
they're not a good thing. But yo, you work in a sweatshop. Like there's no such thing as like, not only are they underpaying them, but they're working the hell out of them. It's like really, it's bad. But in terms of like, because it's true, like if you're people who own businesses who the only thing they care about is profit, like you're never gonna beat that. You know what I mean? So it puts them in a situation where they're like, yo, their morals go out the window because they're like, yo, they're seeing the profit be too, like, you know what I'm saying? So much higher that they don't care. They don't care.
Completely lost track of what you were saying.
That's what happens.
You were just rambling.
But yeah, the point is,
You were just yapping the whole time.
exporting labor.
Exporting.
Or like the people who are phone operators, when you call companies and then it's a person who helps you, a phone operator.
Hi, this is phone operator.
Most times they're Indian. And it's just like, for some reason, a lot of phone operators, like, I don't know what the rate is, but it's like way better for them to get phone operators from India.
Oh, you're talking about scammers from India?
No, phone operators. Like
Yeah, they're scammers.
They're not scammers. Those are phone operators.
No, they
hire
fucking
them.
they scam.
They're not
they
scammers.
scam. Yeah, bro.
They're hired by the company
No,
to not help
there was
you
a
with
company over there that'd be scamming people.
It's not scamming.
bro.
If they answer for Verizon, they didn't scam. How are they scamming you? You didn't buy anything from them. They got hired by the company that.
Bro, they scam you.
They didn't scam you. They didn't steal anything.
Bro, because Verizon's not part of fucking India.
They have people working for them from India. They get their tech support people to be from India.
No, they don't.
They're not scamming you. Yes, they do.
Microsoft is the only one that has that shit.
No, a lot of them have tech support from India. Like
I don't think Apple does.
A lot, but it doesn't matter. A lot of companies have tech support from India.
Name one
cheap.
right now.
I don't gotta name one right now.
Name one right now.
You don't know me. You don't know me.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking
I'll
about.
Google percentages. We could Google
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
right?
You're just talking a whole bunch of bullshit, and I'm just like,
It's just like child labor. You know what I mean? I gotta name all the companies that do child labor. Like Nike does child labor.
yeah, you have to explicitly tell them that.
Yeah, it's just like numbers. You know what I mean?
All right, I just want to wrap this up with just one last thing. Since you said child laborers, the whole thing about like Epstein and shit is like hitting the fan like very hard right now.
That, you know what I was thinking about that? You know how they're saying like people were on a plane, like they were saying like, oh, he goes to his island that has like, you know, stuff that was happening underage children and pornography. And they were saying that, oh, they have leaks of people who were on his plane and flight logs. But this is the thing that I'm saying is like, so what is this flight log? So are they just putting people who've been on his plane ever? Because
Yeah, it's just a random. It's just a random list. Yeah, because some people just probably visited just to, or they probably are on the list just to be on the list.
But I'm confused, like what the hell that means, right? A guy who's literally has, you know, hundreds of millions probably, right? And has his own jet, has had famous people on the jet. So what does this flight log mean? Are you saying people who've been on his jet ever? Because this is like one of the most the richest people, right?
Yeah.
So what if they were going on a random trip to somewhere and then he had them on the jet?
Like the ones that
What
are
is connected where they're saying that these people were engaged in that?
in
Whatever he was doing.
and pedophilia and shit. Yeah.
There's nothing that says that.
I mean, the only few people that I know that's actually legit is like Bill Clinton, Stephen Hawking, Donald Trump.
But I'm saying, what about like specifically the flight logs? it doesn't prove that they were doing.
No, it's just
They were just happened to be on his plane.
it's just a list of names. Yeah.
Like a person who has a private jet, he has lots of different friends and people. Like he owns his own jet. Right now, if Harvey Weinstein, a year before he went to jail, invited you to go on his jet, you'd be like, okay, it's a free jet, and you just went on it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, okay. So I see what you mean.
so
It's
how does that prove anything?
yeah.
That doesn't mean you did anything. Now, it means that you know him. If you were to say you don't know him at all, you've never met him, it'd be like, okay, you were on his jet. So you can't say you don't know him at all. If they were saying that, that would be a lot. But they can't say, oh, you've been on his jet before. You're doing the pedophilia. Like, bro, what the hell? So if somebody's family member is into pedophilia, you'd say, oh, all your family members must be into pedophilia too, right? Because they know you and you're a pedophile. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, he knows people. Like, he's a pedophile. Is he a pedophile 24/7? No. One of the days.
I can't answer that question.
What if he had his private jet one day, right? And he's like, yo, guys, let's all fly down to Las Vegas. And then they went. They didn't do child pornography. They just went to Las Vegas one time with him.
Yeah, I got what you mean.
So I got
what you mean. Yeah.
More, if they explain it more, I'd understand. But as of right now, I don't know.
As of right now, the facts aren't lining up.
Exactly. What is that clarifying? And
when more evidence comes out, then then that'll make a lot.
I have to see what that's connected to. Like, if they have video from one day where there was child pornography and it's the same day, I'd be like, okay, maybe, you know what I'm saying, that might line up. But they're like, yo, you've been on this plane before. I mean, yeah. Like, these famous people do have, like, a lot of the same circles. Like, they might have went to that.
It's a private island. Who wouldn't want to go to, like, a private island just to see, like, what the fuck goes on over there?
So I was like, I don't know. And then also, too, right? If he was doing all this stuff on that island, maybe there was one day that he wasn't doing that. Maybe it was just a regular island sometimes. So I don't know. Just like somebody's house, right? Or if someone who throws parties in their house. If you throw a party and the cops come to your house and see a huge party, are they going to think that that's your house every single day of the year?
Fuck yeah.
It's not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just like anything else, like you can have a crazy ass frat house in your house one night, but it doesn't mean that happens all throughout the year. It could just be a nice house the rest of the year.
No, you're right.
So that's like, I don't like how they're involving too many other people. Like, it's not fair. Like, they're saying, like, I don't know if things are real. They're saying some of them are fake, but I guess they're saying, like, Chris Tucker was showing on one, Jimmy Kimmel. I don't know if they're true, because I guess people are saying some of them threw names in there.
Jason Momoa.
But they're like, yeah, they're not. I mean, I, as a person who, like, I don't see anything that says, like, this is connected to that. They just know Harvey Weinstein because he's one of the most famous people. Just like Oprah. If you hate Oprah or whatever, like, Oprah's one of the most famous people. Like, everyone knows Oprah. You've crossed paths with her once if you're very famous. So it's like, because they said they were connected, like Oprah was connected.
Yeah.
So I was like, so you can really say every single celebrity's connected to Harvey and Oprah if you want to.
They said Michael Jackson.
Yeah. So I was like, how is it fair? You know what I mean? Not really a fair, like, shake.
But yeah, Jeffrey is fucked up for that. But anyways, we're going to wrap up this pod for sure. So
it's kind of crazy. But let us know, you know?
Yeah, don't forget to like, follow, and sub to the channel. And as always, we're going to close out. So,
but yeah, if you see anyone wearing a Free Harvey shirt, he definitely got to die. He got to catch his fade. You got to fade him up for the one time.
Woo! All right.
What you say, bro? No, ain't no free nothing, bro.
All right, I'm gonna hit that outro.
Ain't no free speech.
I'm gonna hit that outro right now. So I guess quit making excuses
and get all your grind. That'd be crazy, though.
Bro, you fucked up for that.
Imagine seeing a Free Harvey Weinstein shirt. That'd be crazy. Because, you know, actually something that's like no debate. A Free Harvey Weinstein shirt? Nah. It was way over?
No, it's like 2 minutes over.
Nah, Free Harvey Weinstein shirt? Nah. you gotta be his ass. Like, you gotta do something to that dude.